Alright guys, here's a look at my Axial Exo. I've completed about probably about 4 hours worth of installation so far of this thing. I'm definitely taking my time. This is the first kit that I've actually built, and I'm just kind of going, item by item and making sure I do everything correctly. So far, I've pretty much built the front clip of it with the diff case and the shock tower, the center diff. Also attach the side panels to the aluminum chassis down the center there, and also the rear clip that includes, the diff case and all the turnbuckles and everything. Also the rear hubs, front hubs as well. So the next step I'm starting on, kind of pan over here. It's number 16, which would put together the front steering portion of it. I kind of paused on there. It was late a couple of nights ago and didn't want to get confused with the different ways everything turns. So far the kits went together pretty easily. There was obviously the one supplement that Axial added in. It was steps for or revision for step number 6 and 11 that included basically different hinge pins for the front and rear A-arms. So basically these are changed. Normally it was just a somewhat captured pin, but now it includes a pin that also has a lock nut on it. And I'll show you the old pins. They're right over here. So pretty much these pins get deleted from the kit, and then also there's some screws that also get deleted from the screws that were in the revision kit. So that's basically it so far. These things are not obviously attached yet. It's in an upcoming step after you get the steering attached, so I've kind of just put it on there for show for now. But that's the update so far. It's went together pretty good. Probably the only couple of issues I've ran across so far was really be careful on how you tighten everything. Obviously you're doing a lot of plastic with screws that are like a coarse thread screw versus the fine thread, and I'll show you the two differences here. Here's a fine thread screw. Hopefully I will be able to zoom in on that. And there's the fine thread, and here's the coarse thread. So I think also, they're known as self-tapping screws. But either way, you have to be careful how much you tighten stuff. I noticed that on the motor mount section, this is all aluminum, where this is plastic. And you got to be real careful on which way you tighten the plastic, because you didn't want to over tighten and then put added pressure onto the bearing there, so of the center diff. The other thing you have to also watch is the orientation of this, because the center diff's ball bearing kind of rides in a little groove, and if you have it flipped, which I did, you have to reattach correctly. So other than that, the revision kit also gives you these finer threaded screws, which are replacement for these coarse ones. And if you look at the two here, the fine thread screw is longer, where the coarse thread is a little bit shorter. And the portion, I'll show you guys here on the clip if I don't drop everything. There's a section right here, and you'll see it. I'll try and point it out a little bit here. You'll see right here where there's a little piece of white kind of sticking out. Well, that is that fine thread screw that went all the way in and kind of made the plastic turn a little bit white there because it was trying to come through. I ended up using the coarse thread screw on the other side because that's right where the diff gear is, and you don't want that thing obviously touching the diff gear and creating any kind of binding situation. So be careful of that one little step. I caught that ahead of time. I've been watching Jang's build videos just prior to when I'm building those sections. So good thing to watch. Obviously I'm not doing a build video. These are just kind of updates and kind of things to watch out for. So other than that, the kits went together really good. The other thing to kind of look at, and I'm not an expert kit builder, this is my first kit, but it tells you to open up bag D, so I open up bag D, but then all of a sudden there's these plastic parts, and you have to kind of hunt around through all the plastic bags to try and find the right part you're looking for, which I know that other people have complained about as well. So, but that's it. already looking at upgrade items, which I'm horrendous for doing. So we'll be modifying this thing hopefully after I do the first run. So other than that, that's it for now, guys. Any comments, questions, throw them on down below. Over and out.